Alright, welcome to another video. And we have movement. There is stuff going on. There is stuff going on site. I've got workers, and it might be for a decent period of time, maybe all the way up until sort of Christmas or New Year. So yeah, interesting. Normally when you have workers, the dog handlers will come in afterwards, but at the moment it is me working on site with them, so obviously got to be a little bit careful and obviously keep my distance to make sure no one's too worried about the dog, etc. But they've all had their meeting with him in terms of they've all seen him in the back of the van and he's barked at them. They've seen me out obviously patrolling him and things like that. But it is definitely a different type of shift when you are working alongside workers. I mean, luckily this site is big enough that we can kind of split it, where me and the dog have got one side of site and the workers have got the other side of site. And I said to them, look, if you don't need me, then I'm just going to do my thing, you just do your thing, and if you do need me, then just come and get me. But I'm still doing my duties as it was before they turned up, obviously maybe with a little bit more, what's the word? Can't think of what the word is now. But obviously I just need to be a little bit more mindful of other people. Need to be a bit more mindful of stuff that's going on. And as I say that, I think I can see someone walking towards my gate. So yeah, this is going to be this shift. I'll bring you along with it. Okay, it was the big boss coming to do a site visit. Not my big boss, the big boss of the site, etc. They're coming to do a site visit. That's why he was. So yeah, there's stuff going on. Probably going to be for like the next 7 weeks, as far as I'm aware. They're going to be keeping me on, so I will be working alongside workers for sort of the next 7 weeks. Which, I mean, I spoke to them. They're going to kind of monitor who comes in and out of the site, etc. So I don't really need to do that. So I think my main job is just going to be what it was, is just make sure whoever's coming in is meant to be coming in, and if they're not meant to be in here, or they don't have authorization to come in, then to obviously deal with that. And then obviously overnight, just whoever's doing the night shift and that, looking after whatever's on site, and making sure that no one pitches up and decides they're going to stay here for a couple of weeks. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, but it's nice to have some people around, because having movement around and people to talk to, etc., definitely passes the time a lot quicker. So yeah, looking forward to this. Who is it, Oz? Who is it? Who is on Ollie's land? Huh? Who is it, Oz? Who's on Ollie's land? Who is it? Who is it? You're gonna go and tell him? You're gonna go and tell him, Oz? You're gonna tell him? So you're on my land? Okay, we're most of the way through the day. I think sunset is going to be reasonably soon. But yeah, it's been alright. I'll probably try and do this over a couple of days just to see how this sort of pans out for a couple of days. But one of the reasons I was saying about it being handy that they was monitoring who was coming in and out of the gate, there's a couple of reasons. One of them is that obviously it's just starting up. I'm not familiar with a lot of people. I would have to keep checking, so it's much easier for them to let their people in and monitor who comes through the gate. But also, one of the things that I hate about this job, and it's not been a security dog handler, it's been a security guard, and especially with the contractors that are on site now, they're not the ones that are specifically paying me. If they were specifically paying me, it would be a different job. But because they're not specifically paying me, I don't want to be in charge of the sign in and sign out book. And the reason that I don't like being in charge of the sign in, sign out book is that if there is a fire and the fire brigade are called and you do a head count and you're one person short, and a member of the fire brigade goes in to try and find said person, and the fireman ends up not coming back out of that building, and the person that they was looking for has gone off to the petrol station or McDonald's to go and get lunch, you as the person that's in charge of the sign in sign out book is held responsible for that. That was said to me in my SIA training, and I think that's quite a heavy thing to put on someone when you're working on a site where workers, it's not that when you're dealing with workers, the sign in sign out book is not high on their priority list. They come and go as much as they want. They just jump in the van with someone as they're leaving. They might go through a hole in the fence and disappear out the back to go to McDonald's or whatever it is. So I much prefer not being in charge of that. And like I say, because these contractors aren't specifically paying me, it's not something that I will probably be asked to do. But yeah, look, the guys I've met so far, they seem like solid guys. They've kind of left me alone. I've left them alone. I think it's going to be a decent working relationship in terms of respecting each other's boundaries. They don't wind up the dog. I don't take the dog anywhere near them where they're going to feel threatened. The cocker is obviously a different type of dog. They enjoy seeing the cocker and that, but there's no way that I'll take the German Shepherd anywhere near them. Again, I say, like, the temperament of my dog, I would say that he would be reasonably safe around these people, because as long as they didn't do anything stupid and they just act normal, the dog would be fine. But you don't want someone to do something stupid and the dog react to it, and you just don't want to make them feel uncomfortable anyway. So there's no need for me to go anywhere near them with the dog, so therefore I won't. And there's no need for them to wind up my dog, and they don't. So I think it's going to be quite good. I think they're expecting more people to come maybe next week. So I think this is going to get a lot busier. There's going to be a lot more people around. And I'm probably going to have to think about my positioning. My positioning at the moment's okay. It's where I've been the whole time. I want to stay in... this keeps slipping. I want to stay within the CCTV so that the CCTV still catches me, but they're also parking quite close to me, so when there's more and more cars being parked, they're obviously getting closer and closer to the van. The dog's there keep barking at people, so that's going to wind me up. So I might have to think about my repositioning. Maybe I'll just put myself further back, to be honest. Put myself further back towards another tower of CCTV, so I'm still covered by that. Again, with when it comes to the reason that I want to do that is that if something does happen on site and the dog is used and it's around the van, then it's caught on CCTV. Not only will I have body cam footage, I'll also be covered by the CCTV tower as well. So as long as I'm not doing anything wrong, nothing can be held against me, and it can only help me to prove my innocence, etc. So but yeah, I think they're just kind of a couple of the things I'm probably going to have to think about pretty soon is my positioning with more people on. But like I say, it's been a decent start. These guys seem pretty good. Like I say, the one thing I ask people, well, the one thing you don't want people to do is for them to wind up your dog for no reason. And the one thing they'll ask you to do is to not get too close to them with the German Shepherd, because a lot of them will be wary or fear what the dog is capable of doing. So I think that's the best way in order to have a decent relationship, if you respect each other's boundaries, which so far everyone seems to be doing. Good, hey! Good morning, welcome to a drizzly, crappy morning. Hope you enjoyed my singing. But yeah, drizzly, crappy, not great, but it's not the worst. We can get through this. Hopefully the rain will give off after a bit, and then we can have a decent day. Feeling a bit tired. Feeling a little bit tired. near the end of the week now. It's Thursday for anyone that cares and is counting days. It's Thursday, and yeah, it's coming to the end of the week, and I'm feeling a little bit tired, a little bit run down. But we carry on. I think today is just going to be a little bit about survival this morning. Got the dogs out, let them go for their toilets, and then get back in the van, let this rain sort of pass, etc., and then we'll do some bits in this afternoon. So yeah, it's dank and it's drizzly, but it's dog handling. This is kind of what it is. Okay, it's just us, me and the dogs. We're the only ones left. Everyone's gone home. It's just me and the dogs now. Got a little over 2 hours. It's going to get dark in a minute, so I just thought I'd wrap this video up. But yeah, it's interesting working alongside other people. And I mean, Coop, he's not the perfect dog, but he's a very good dog for this type of work, and something that I've stressed to people before. Because when I get him out of the van, he doesn't want to kill everyone. People are pretty relaxed around him. So when I've got him out and I'm patrolling him, etc., people are relaxed. People aren't on edge when I get him out, etc. And he's not wanting to tear everyone's head off. So when I do get him out, he's not wanting to bark and chase people. So he's a pretty good dog for it, to be fair. I'm enjoying having some people around. Like I say, it passes some time, etc. Although having the stuff on site brings attention, which possibly could have done without, but these things happen. But yeah, I think it's going to be all right. Next week, I'm getting my diesel heater, which is lucky because I think it's about to start getting pretty cold. Next week's turning pretty cold, so be a good week to get the diesel heater. It's not happening until the end of the week, but hopefully the days are still meant to be maybe 7 or 8 degrees. So hopefully I should be okay. But yeah, other than that, me and the dogs just about to go out and do a patrol. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Like I say, some stuff's happening around here that's interesting because it's the first time I've worked alongside workers. Normally people have gone home by the time I turn up, or it's been abandoned site. So actually working alongside people for a whole day is interesting, and it's interesting just to see people's reactions to the dog and how Cooper reacts as well. Yes, Cooper will bark at people when he's in the van, and yes, he will take notice of people who are moving around when we're out doing patrols, etc. But he doesn't want to tear everyone's head off. He will notify and bring attention to them so that I show some attention. But if I don't react, if I don't start G'ing him up, then he will continue to know they're there, but he won't go too mad about it. He won't want to tear people's heads off. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below for loads more videos. I'm going to get these dogs out for a patrol, and that's for now. I'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.
Okay, let's go.